some reason, we're going to switch gears from softball back to basketball and talk a bit about Greg Popovich. Went to the Air Force Academy. In his senior year, was the team captain and their leading scorer. And of course, as an NBA head coach, in his 15 full seasons with the Spurs, they've made the playoffs every year, 4 championships. And he has become, and always really has been, one of the most quotable coaches in the NBA, even if he's not trying to be.
I want some nasty. I'm blinded. I can't see the court. I can't see the court. How can we coach now? How can we coach? How can you be that professional in a suit that looks like that?
Well, I know you didn't get much sleep last night. Just trying to brighten things up.
Maybe I'm not seeing the color correctly.
Well, Coach, Tony Parker, your floor leader tonight. Looks like you're struggling to score just 18 points. Thank you very much.
Greg Popovich, 4 for 22 shooting so far on offense for you guys. What's the problem?
Well, it didn't go in the hole.
Well, Coach, defensively, you held Miami to 13 points that quarter, 7 turnovers, just 5 field goals. What was the key?
I think they were looking at your suit.
We just assume that it ain't broken, you're not going to try to fix it.
Okay.
Pop, you think this team needs a major overhaul to be able to challenge for a championship?
We just lost in the first round. I'm not going to think about overhauls. I'm going to get a bite to eat and maybe have a Gatorade. We probably should try hard to win that game. That would be the urgency. Jeez, oh whiz, guys, come on. Think of a question.
From being in this position against the Hornets 2 years ago.
What? Think about the Hornets 2 years ago?
You were in a similar position.
No, I won't think about that at all. These guys are grown men. They don't need me to say. Now, remember the Hornets, fellas. We got to really pull it together for Game 3. Maybe I'll talk about the Gipper if I'm going to talk about the Hornets.
Jam, tell me about your fiery Francophile, the Parisian torpedo, Tony Parker. Can he continue to be your main butter and egg man and still cook the boys from Big D?
Am I being punked or something? Or?
Come on. I'm old. My hand shakes. Your hand shouldn't shake. Stay straight. Relax. Next guy that misses a free throw gonna buy me a new car.
You know, he's been so tough on me. It's been like a little like a son-dad relationship because I arrived in San Antonio so young. I was 19 when I arrived. He threw me in the fire and he wanted me to like almost accelerate my improvement. So he was really hard on me. If you ask any of my teammates, he was the toughest on me. Sometimes the film, it was like the Tony Parker show. Sometimes he screamed at me so much.
If you play the whole quarter, it'll be 29 minutes.
But I'm fine. I didn't play for 3 days, Bob. I'm 29 years old.
Get back out there.
Whether it be a regular season or a preseason or whatever it is, it always amazes me how fired up he can get still.
Everybody's giving me advice. I'll be the 7th guy in a row. Follow through on every free throw and stay on the line. Knock them down, they're important.
He show us some tape or starts explaining something we're doing wrong.
Are we having fun yet? I need a little bit more dose of nasty. I'm seeing a little bit of unconfident.
He starts explaining, being like a teacher, and then starts to get upset, and then upset.
It's not supposed to be easy. Every round gets tougher.
And then he starts being angry, and you can see veins here, like about to pop out.
Penetrate hard. Good passes. Shoot with confidence. I want some nasty.
Could you elaborate on I want some nasty? What you meant?
Why would you say something?
Because that's what you said.
Oh, I said that.
Yes, you did.
Oh. I said that? The heat of the game, you know, stuff comes out of my mouth, but sometimes it's embarrassing.
I want some nasty.
All-time playoff coaching wins. You see where Greg Popovich stacks up on that list. You guys played, and you guys talk to other players, and players are always talking about coaches. Would you like to have played for Greg Popovich?
Yes. Are you serious?
I would say yes.
Yeah, without question.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because he's going to get the most out of your talent, and regardless of how he does it, at the end of the result, when you go home and sleep at night, you want to know you played your best. That's all that matters.
Well, some guys are overly sensitive.
No,
maybe they don't
like
want to
it.
play with those guys. But I'm gonna tell you what I think he probably does. What great coaches do. you don't have to do a lot to get a lot out of Magic Johnson. You talk about Red Auerbach, Bill Russell, those guys, they self-motivated. But I think coaches like Popovich, they get that little extra out of guys. Like Danny Green's had a career year. He's been on 4 or 5 teams. There's a reason he played well this year. You know, you look at Gary Neal. We never knew Gary Neal was alive until this year. I mean, I think great coaches like Pat Riley, Phil Jackson, I think they get a little more out of those others, as Shaquille and Kenny like to say.
I would agree. I played for Phil and Pat. But, you know, the thing I like about Greg Popovich is he really sticks up for the players. He knows how to motivate them. And, you know, like Chuck was saying, he makes the little guys feel like they're very important. You know, he's been doing that his whole career.
Yeah, and I bet you were a joy to coach.
I sure was.